Okay, this evening I'm joined in the studio by 3 band members of the Town Criers who are about to bring out their first album. Dermot, would you like to introduce your fellow band members?
Yeah, to my right here is Ronan. He plays drums with us, and then we have Mihal, plays lead guitar.
There you go.
And there's also Pat, but he's not here. He's our bassist.
He's not here, is he?
Yeah.
No. Okay. When did you form, and how did you form?
I was back in 2006. We got our original stuff together, created Town Criers, but before that we were playing in cover bands and stuff like that, learning our trade as musicians. But since 2006, Town Criers has been pushing original stuff as much as we can.
Right, so you actually kicked off by writing your own stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, basically, we're all... It's kind of a complicated story, but we're all in separate other bands, like each one of us in these cover bands, just kind of around the area, and we all knew off each other and stuff like that, but they eventually we got kind of bored of doing the cover material.
Yeah.
I think it's like a lot of Irish bands nowadays, they start off that way and then they progress on to writing their own material, but so we all knew of each other, and then we just decided we should get together and write some of our own music and see what happens. And so we've been doing that for the last 5 years, and it's been going great. We're kind of delighted now to be just about to go in to record our debut album. So that's the big
the next step.
Ahead of us. Yeah.
What's the process when you actually go in to write your own stuff? I mean, does one of you sit round the table, or do you all get together? Somebody obviously has to have that spark to kick things off.
It is kind of a collective, but it is. I think a lot of the ideas come from Dermot. He would be at home writing lyrics and melodies and just the kind of simple guitar lines, and so he'd often just bring in an idea, and then a lot of us would expand on that, just adding to
chip into it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
but lately, since we started writing for the album, it's more a collective sense, and it's so much better.
Right.
It's a much better experience to get something right from nothing, just from a simple jam, and just develop it up. Like, it's more
rewarding.
There's more of a kind of a spark in it as well.
Yeah.
What would come first? Would it be the melody? Would it be the lyrics?
It seems to be definitely the music anyway first for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes we'd a lot of the time we'd just basically just press record on the computer in the room, and we'll just start playing
whatever comes out.
Yeah.
Or like a jam session then, isn't it?
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. Or we'd be playing, and then someone will have to run to their phone to press record. And then after that, we got a lot of them together for the album, and then we went back to them, had listened through, and just wrote notes on all the sections that we really liked.
Right.
So we could try and morph them sections together somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. 2011 saw the release of your debut EP, Wake Up, of which we've got 2 to give away, but more of that later. Now, I don't like comparing bands, but I'm afraid it's inevitable, and the first time I listened to the EP, Big Country came to mind. Then I read a press release about you and a review from Music Review Unsigned, and they described your music as good, clean music. I suppose that's a good way to describe it, because I thoroughly enjoyed the EP.
Thank you.
Do you agree with, a good, clean sound? Do you agree with my description? I've called you similar to Big Country. What's that?
I've only heard a couple of songs of Big Country, but it has been...
Perhaps a bit before your time. I'm showing my age now.
No, I appreciate all music, but it has been said to us before, all right.
But at least I'm not on the...
Yeah. I'm not too sure about that one, because I've always kind of said it before, we all have really different influences in music. Like myself would be a lot of instrumental music, so I think that kind of comes through in some of the guitar lines that I write and everything like that. But then there's some really rocky elements, other influences like be Fate No More and So I Watch From Afar and stuff like that. So I think they all come together, and especially recently when we're writing the debut album, I think we've just kind of relaxed a lot more as regards our music writing, because we when not to put down the EP or anything like that, but I think before we used to kind of think this is what should be done. You know, when we were writing, like this should go there and this should be more melodic, you know, and radio friendly and stuff like that.
We're obviously developing as you go along.
Yeah,
I mean, we're
exactly.
from 2000.
Yeah, so it's. I think lately it's just I think we've, as I said, we've relaxed more and we're just kind of writing music for ourselves.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I
think that kind of comes from the way we're writing stuff now as well, when we're jamming and stuff.
Yeah.
And we just really, well, it's probably one of my favourite parts of being a band is like just jamming.
Yeah.
And you just start to enjoy yourself, and
Absolutely,
you want to put this here, and you're.
Well, I think that's going to come over in what you do, in what you actually do. Then, isn't it? If you're enjoying it, then it's going to shine through.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. Since the release of your EP, then what have you been up to?
Well, we released the EP. We toured around the country and tried to promote it as much as we could, and done as many gigs and stuff like that as we could. And but it was just during that time as well. We had started writing and started coming up. We knew there was a kind of different sound there pretty soon after we released the EP, and it kind of just gradually built and until we went back into rehearsals again, and just started creating a different slightly, or maybe edgier, heavier sound, but keeping that melodic aspect in it that's on the EP, that's on Wake Up. And but pretty much just tried to promote it as much as we could and get into as many venues as we could, and
which is difficult.
At
the moment, like when you do it on your own.
It's
tough.
That's
you're doing it all on your own, I assume.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, I think for the EP we might give that job over to somebody else. But it is tough. Being a band, trying to do all the stuff on your own.
So you're in the studio. Well, you're getting ready to go into the studio now. What you're doing? You're just polishing things off.
Polishing songs off. Yeah, getting them as tight as possible. Like I don't know if many bands really enjoy working in the studio because it's such a kind of intense atmosphere in the studio. But we want to do it as quickly as possible, and we're really refining all the different parts to all our songs, so we know them off by heart. And we've kind of a busy summer lined up as well of gigs and festivals, so we're rehearsing for a lot of live shows as well.
When are you hoping that the album will be released?
Hopefully by September, August sometime. September, it kind of depends as well, as I said earlier, if as regards management and record companies or PR people, when's the best time to release an album? But
now, if people want to come and see you perform, what gigs have you got coming up, and where can they go and see you?
There's a few festivals on. We've done that are coming up. We have Strawberry Fest, which is on the 3rd of June.
3rd of June,
And status quo.
Realising the dream.
That's on a weekend, but we're on the Sunday, the 3rd.
Sunday, in the Oxjam tent.
It's a really good festival. There's a lot of pretty big bands playing and stuff, so we're looking forward to that.
And
Boyd Arts
Festival.
Boyd Arts Festival,
27th of June, I think. Or
July.
July.
July. Come on, lads.
I don't even know what we're doing. But that's about it. We have done it's just been kind of a busy few weeks in the last few weeks. Just last week we played 3 gigs in a row.
Yeah.
Up in Dublin, Galway in Dublin, and then before that we did Fantastical Festival.
That's right,
So
and it's good in a way too, because we've been with the new songs as well, we've been trying out all the new material live as well at the live shows, so it's good to get feedback as well and just play them live as well, you know what I mean? So it's more polishing for recording, so
exactly,
and it makes it way more exciting for us playing live, that we have these new songs ready to play, so.
Well, you're going to play a tune for us now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's going to be
what's it? What are you going to play for us?
It's called Weight of Mind. It's possibly or probably going to be the lead single off our debut album, along with a few other choices, but this is the one we've chosen to do today. It's called Weight of Mind.
Great stuff.
Chance again, I'd stay away away from you, I get sucked in, I get clouded by the view. They said no way to live, talking cheap talk. Talk is all you've got to sell, and I don't buy into you. Where's your army? Where's the jury you misled? Your judge, he'll come too soon. 'Cause it's the weight of my mind on you. 'Cause it's the weight of my mind. And I fell through your open door, and you get washed out in the crowd that you make. You're drowning in the sound that you fake. And this could be your loaded gun. Yet you take shelter in the sound that you make. Your shelter's in the sound that you fake. And if by chance I could change what I had done to prove a point to you, I get cleaned up, make a habit not to run. But I'd run if I were you. 'Cause it's the weight of my mind on you. 'Cause it's the weight of my mind. And I fell through your open door, and you get washed out in the crowd that you make. You're drowning in the sound that you fake. And this could be your loaded gun. Yet you take shelter in the sound that you make. Your shelter's in the sound that you fake. Shelter in the sound that you make. Your shelter's in the sound that you fake.
Wait a mind, we Town Criers. Great stuff.